Hey everybody, welcome one and all to my Kanto Expeditions version of my Pokemon Crystal walkthrough. Hello, DeoGenZ, I have something here for you. Could you swing by my lab? See you later. Click OK. So, right off the start, we are home from defeating the Champion Lance at the Elite Four. And we get a call from Professor Elm. DeoGenZ, I called because I have something for you. See, it's an SS ticket. Now you can catch Pokemon in Kanto. DeoGenZ received the SS ticket. So now we have the land of Kanto open to us. If you guys remember, back into the episodes leading up into the Elite Four, we traveled in a road, Victory Road, that if you checked your map, was Kanto. The region of Kanto. So, in order to access that fully, since we can't really fly to any of those locations yet, because fly doesn't work unless you've been to a place before, we're going to have to take this SS ticket given to us by Elmsy, and travel the SS Aqua, not the SS Ann. That's in the originals, it's not in this one. SS Aqua is how we get around here in Johto. Thank you very much. But these waters, it reminds me of glitches, potential glitches. Really, there was more glitches you could do on the SS Ann. Whoa, hey buddy, I'm just talking to my viewers about glitches and you're running into me, holy crap. Alright, she's just a wee girl, please let me know if you find her. Yes, mustaches, monocles and these things. Yeah, so I remember back in the originals though, red, blue, and yellow, there was ways that if you waited and didn't get cut right away and traded over Surf instead of going to Safari Zone and getting badges so you could come back to the SS Ann and then use Surf, you could surf to the side of the ship and find a truck. Now I've seen some videos on YouTube that do a bunch of hocus pocus and it leads to a Mew popping out for a battle. I don't know if that's really possible. I don't know if that's just a glitch or a hack, but I do remember seeing the truck. I saw it myself, tried that. It was a pretty fun glitch to pull off. Kind of an Easter egg, if you will. It was hinting towards the sequels, Black and White. There will be trucks! Because it was a pickup truck. It wasn't interactable. Couldn't press A on it and it would say, oh, it's a Ford. No, it was just there. So, interestingly, I have found a new application on my Droid, and I have the comic Ari Shafir to thank for it. It's called Spotify. If you want to get a free 48-hour membership of premium, and then you could just use the free version from there on out, you could go to arithegreat.com and check him out. He's an awesome comic, but he is mighty vulgar. So if you're easily offended, then don't do that. But get the Spotify deal. Because it's like having an awesome, endless digital cloud of music that is all free and completely legal, no torrenting necessary. Basically what Spotify does is it's this giant cloud that you type in a song or an artist, and that is so cheap. I hate when Golem or anything self-destructs. Brace the hit, Mr. Poof! Yes, our cotton balls are strong enough to take explosions! But anyway, Spotify is great because you can type in any artist, any song. You in the mood to hear this, you can go directly to that song. Pandora is cool because you can discover new music with the Music Genome Project, and that's where they mix and match songs to sound similar. You know, things that sound similar, they'll be put in that playlist, and that's cool on its own. But Spotify, it satisfies that I gotta hear that one song urge immediately. And I think what's different with the premium version versus the free is you can make playlists, and the free version you can't. But who cares? You can still search songs, and you don't have to carry any extra gigabytes on your phone. That's what takes up a lot of Droid space on my Android personally, is music files. I have a large library, but I can't store it all, because I'm constantly doing podcast downloading and things of that sort. So that's what Spotify is good for. Check it out. But it is awesome. I have been listening to it all day. Works really well on 3G, I must say. What do you have to say? Oh, my cabin. Good. What's really nice about this ship is that not only do they give us a bed, but they give us a PC. Pretty schwanky. I don't know what kind of ticket we got from Elms, but man, it was top notch. I mean, we checked all these other cabins here, and I didn't really see a PC in them. So we must be special. Hey! You're up to those tricks that old man was guarding the tin tower. Can't go past me, can't go past me. Fine. Gotta go find your friggin' lazy coworker. Is he in this door? You. Oh, no. Oh, hello! I still can't find my granddaughter. If she's out there, please find her. She's energetic, and I'm worried she's bugging someone. Yeah, you're bugging me, old man. Are you the lazy guy? No. How about in here? Oh, battles! Alright. We'll take some extra experience points on our way to Kanto. This is what made Crystal such a definingly awesome Pokemon game for me, was the fact that you could go to another region. When you conquered the championship and you thought you were on top, you were given another journey in a new land with new sets of badges and tougher leaders to take on. I thought that was excellent, and I wish they could have continued that theme. I would love it to be multiple regions, not just two. Make there be several regions. It would be awesome. Let me know, guys, in the comments below, what did you think of the multiple regions element of Pokemon Crystal, or Gold and Silver for that matter, because they did that too. They did it first before Crystal, but Crystal was my first game, so that's really where I experienced it. Shouldn't say that Crystal was my first game ever. If we want to count PC kid games, I guess you could say Freddy Fish. So it all started with a fish, and it led to me throwing Pokeballs at fish-like creatures. Interesting. But, great thing to do on this ship is if you have Pokemon on your team that, say you maxed out maybe only 4 or 3 or even 5 members, and you have one that's dwindling on level, this is a good spot to beef them up before you have to get into battle, because trust me, the gym leaders in the Kanto region are rough. They're not like in the nice order you remember them from in the original. Oh no, they've got a different team, a second generation team, if you will. Oh, Vampy's so cute. But it's also a ground type, so Prince Dozo, do away with them. So you can take the chance to battle some trainers here that are just in the 30s. They're not massively overpowered like the Elite Four was, so you can level out your team. Oh man, but speaking of Prince Dozo, I don't know if I've mentioned this before on this walkthrough, why he is Prince Dozo. That term Dozo comes from a band called Pussifer. It's a band created as a side project from Maynard James Keenan, the singer, main guy in Tool. And he was recently here with that project in Asbury Park. So I checked him out, and the concert was incredible. Then they played Dozo live. They had a great setup with the screens. He's got the trailer. Maynard's got the trailer he pulls out. It was an epic show if you ever get a chance to see it, if it's around your town. But that's what Dozo comes from, and you can search the music wherever. You could check it out on Spotify. There you go, another reason to go check out that site that I told you about, Ari the Great. I'm going to put that in the description, in fact, because it is such a great musical suggestion to bring to you. 48 hours free of premium, and then forever awesome music that you can find. And that's how you could truly sample music. None of that iTunes, oh, let me hear 30 seconds of it crap. No, let me hear the whole song. Let me see if this song is really good, or you're just playing the highlights of it, so you can jip me out with a overly drawn-out, boring chorus that ruins the song. No, let me hear the whole song. Then I'll decide if I go buy it on iTunes. It's kind of a exclusive music taste shopper's guide. You can use it for that anyway. But my Slowbro, He is more than a prince. He should be a king. I rather should have called him that. He started out as a minor little slowpoke. I remember raising him back when we were just starting out, and he was very difficult to train. But now he's gotten a lot more defensive. The nice thing about Slowbro is it's defensive and also has some great special attack offense. So where is that fat lazy guy? Not doing his job, off his post, making his co-worker block the path for us. You're not him. Although you could be. You look to be blubbering out both sides. You have a sailor suit on. Yeah, I'm a sailor. I wasn't goofing off. This cabin was vacant, so I just took a quick nap. Ah, forget it. Let's battle! Man, imagine if every encounter in life went like that. Timmy, did you bring in your homework? No. Oh, too bad. Let's battle! Then the teacher throws out Machop and punches the kid in the face. You'll remember to do your homework next time. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Yeah, but that's the pros of evolution, and something that I drew out in this particular walkthrough that was interesting. I didn't evolve my Pokemon right away. If you remember, it took quite some time before I got to a Typhlosion. But the benefit of waiting is that you get stronger moves later on in the game or earlier on, that you'd have to wait later on if you evolved sooner. What's nice, though, is that since we're going to Kanto, there is a certain Mr. Psychic in Saffron City that we're going to want to visit, because that's going to beef up Prince Dozo's attack tremendously. Confusion is good. Confusion is great. And I mean, at level 46, Prince Dozo's nothing to laugh at. Look, Confusion takes Machoke out. But any fighting type that thinks they want to mess with us is going to have a sad reality brought to them when Prince Dozo has Psychic, because that is powerful. And a puny Psyduck. Why not? Raise up the level of Mr. Poof. Mr. Poof is a great supporter. I mean, I think it's good that in this episode we review the strengths of our team. It's been a while since I've posted some Crystal walkthroughs, so it's good to note what has gotten us to this point. Why are we going to Kanto? Let's remember what our fighters are fit for. Yeah, go tell your friend to get out of the way. He's blocking it. I need to find a Pipsqueak on this boat ASAP. Yeah, thanks. So anyway, Mr. Poof makes an awesome supporter. It was thanks to his Leech Seed that we were able to take out some of the tougher dragon Pokemon that Lance had on his team, because those Elite Four members are not against using items, so they definitely will try to use a Full Restore or Hyper Potion once or twice on their best fighters. But with Leech Seed, you're constantly getting health back. And on top of Poison Powder, it's a fast death after a couple of turns. So they can Hyper Beam all they want, but then Slowbro, being the wallish kind of type that he can be, he can take a couple of Hyper Beams. Maybe even rest it off if we get rest. Actually, I'm not sure if we have the TM rest. But we do have Hyper Potions, so when in doubt, Hyper Potion it out. So now we're going to take on the rest of the cast and crew of the SS Aqua. Let's see if their Pokemon are fit to go to Kanto. Not so strong, are they? I guess not everyone has to win the championship to get one of these SS Aqua tickets. Although in Olivine City, I don't recall ever seeing a booth for you to buy them at. Huh, maybe that was some rare internets back in the day. And my PC was never hooked up with it, so I could never get to that site to get the SS Aqua tickets. Plus, Bill gave us an EV, not an SSN ticket. So, that wouldn't have worked either. Imagine. Sir, you have a ticket for a boat that is in another generation. That boat has been decommissioned years ago, sir. It sank with the Mewtwo. What? Never mind. It's a pickup truck meme. And then they flash your memory with one of those bright lights so you don't remember a thing. He'll never know the glitch. He'll never know what happened to the SS Anne that fateful day. That boy crossed that dock and stepped on the island of the pickup truck. You never know. Oh, but our whole team, I must say, is pretty sufficient in level. And your team is probably going to be at about this range. Do keep in mind we did have a training montage. Typhlosion has more strength now because of that, but that's what RPGs sometimes are about. It's the one thing about RPGs that makes me hesitant to ever go near another one. It's the damned grinding. I can't take the grinding sometimes. But when you stick your nose to the grindstone, you really do get farther in RPGs, and that's why it's good to level grind sometimes. Look, now Chabaka wants to spew acid. But he's already got Sludge Bomb. Glare's a good paralysis move for slowing down our opponents, and Dig is sufficient for ground. I think he's not going to need acid. He's going to have to drop that shit some other time. We are battling Chabaka. This is not the time to be doing acid on a ship, of all places, for Pete's sakes. Although, do look at the floors. Tablets? I don't know. What's in here? It's vomit! Oh! I think one of the garbage cans said that. I don't know if it's in this game or it was in another, but if you looked in one of the cans, it said, "Oh, I shouldn't have looked in there." Because somebody spilled their innards in the wastebasket. Nothing beats a battle when I'm on my break. Man, all you sailors are just breaking. Is anyone driving this ship? Is the captain driving this ship? I don't know. Maybe this ship drives itself. Maybe this is what happened to the SS Anne. Maybe it wasn't some Mewtwo, Mew glitch, horrible thing with Surf. Maybe it was just nobody was actually driving the ship. They were like, it's on autopilot. I don't see islands for miles. What could we possibly run into? Then they run into a sand dune barge in the middle of the ocean. Coconut tree, lone standing, and it rips through the hull of the ship. Oh no, we're taking on water. Where have all the sailors gone? I thought someone was steering this. No, it's on autopilot. They all went on break. They needed naps in empty rooms because this is a shitty cruise that no one goes on. Except weak trainers. And one strong one who is suspiciously mopping the floor with all these guys. These aren't the most interesting battles in the way of challenge, but they are good experience for us. And I recommend that from this point on, since you have a pretty good team, one to take on the Elite Four, one to rival the Elite Four, that is quite the accomplishment, you attach an experience share, if you hadn't already done that, to one of your members. It's a great way to pick up a boost on someone like Mr. Poof, who does not really do a lot of fighting, couldn't really KO a lot of Pokemon on his own, but still needs to be at a high enough level so that as a supporter he can be speedy enough to outrun the competition. So it's a great thing, it's a great item to use, I recommend it highly. You're so bored, you want to battle. See, this is a shitty cruise. They're like, when are we going to run into the sand dune? She knows it too. She has her hand on her head. She's like, oh, so bored. Sea King, go. Well, if you have a Sea King, girl, why don't you just get off the ship and swim back to shore using Surf? I could do that on Prince Dozo. That's another nice thing. With Surf being such a strong move, such a strong water type move, it's not so bad to have it on your main fighter, which saves you a slot when it comes to HM. I don't really have cut on any of my main fighting team, so whenever I need to go to an area to access something only with cut, I need to go to the PC, need to root through, find who did I teach cut to, oh, the one grass type, okay, and then bring him out and switch my team around. Gets frustrating sometimes, but that's why you have experience share, to make up on that time. Look at this. The captain is reading. He's reading a book. He's reading a magazine. He could be looking at pornography. And there's a little girl right there. That's wrong. What are you doing, Captain? She's bored too. She's not amused by the captain's nonchalant looking at a book way, not even steering the ship. We are seriously going to crash, guys. I don't know if we're going to make it to Kanto. Honestly, this might just be the first and last of our Kanto expeditions. Find out next time if we will make it to Kanto Dock. No, I'm kidding. So, I heard that you helped me with my granddaughter. I want to thank you for that. I know. You could have something like this. My metal coat, good chap. We wear coats of metal where I'm from. If you're not wearing a metal coat, you're not sporting anything. Nothing like my mustache, oh yeah, and monocle, these things. So we have made it to Kanto safely. Please tell me we did not hit a sandbar. Alright, Vermilion City, guys. We have made it to the port of Kanto in Vermilion City. Freaking awesome. In the next episode, we will explore Vermilion City and take on its gym leader, Lieutenant Surge.